To Kill a Mockingbird is a timeless classic of American writing. It tells the story of Scout Finch, a young girl who grows up in the small town of Maycomb, Alabama, during the Great Depression. Scout tells the story, which takes place over 3 years. During that time, she learns many important lessons about kindness, understanding, and how unfair things really are. At the beginning of the book, Scout and her brother Jem are interested in their neighbor Arthur Boo Radley, who hasn't been seen in public for many years. They start leaving him small gifts in the knot of a tree outside his house. Eventually, they start getting small gifts back, like gum and a broken watch. The kids want to know more and more about Boo Radley, and their obsession with him shows how innocent and dumb they are. As the story goes on, we meet more people, such as Scout's father, Atticus Finch, who is a lawyer in the town. Tom Robinson, a black man, is accused of raping Mayella Ewell, a white woman. Atticus is asked to defend Robinson. Even though there is a lot of proof that Tom is not guilty, Atticus knows that racism and prejudice in Maycomb will make it hard to prove Tom's innocence. But he does it because he thinks it's the right thing to do and because he wants to show his kids how important it is to stand up for what's right, even when it's hard. The main event of the book is the trial of Tom Robinson, which Harper Lee uses to talk about race, justice, and morality. The trial shows how racism and prejudice are deeply rooted in Maycomb and how hard it is for one man to fight against it. As Atticus makes his case, it becomes clear that Tom couldn't have done what he's accused of. But despite the proof, the all-white jury finds Tom guilty, and he is sentenced to death. The trial is a wake-up call for Scout and Jem, who start to understand how hard the world really is. They see for themselves how the black people in their town are treated unfairly and are forced to face their own biases and ideas about race and social class. Harper Lee uses the figures of Scout, Jem, and Atticus throughout the book to show how important it is to be kind and understanding, and how bad it is to be prejudiced and unfair. Even though it has a lot of serious themes, To Kill a Mockingbird is also a book about the beauty of small-town life and the joys of being a child. The funny and lighthearted parts of the book come from Scout and Jem's experiences with their friends Dill and Miss Maudie. These adventures also show how important family, community, and friendship are. The loss of innocence is one of the most important ideas in To Kill a Mockingbird. As Scout and Jem learn more about the world around them, they have to face the fact that life isn't always fair and that good people sometimes lose. The death of Tom Robinson, an honest man, is especially hard on Scout and Jem, and it is the first sign that they are starting to lose their innocence. The power of education is an important theme in the book as well. Several people in the story, including their father Atticus, their friend Miss Maudie, and their teacher Miss Caroline, teach Scout and Jem important lessons about life. Through their education, children learn about the world around them and can build their own sense of right and wrong, which helps them deal with tough situations. To Kill a Mockingbird is a powerful and moving book about how complicated people are and how hard it is to get justice in a society that is very split. Harper Lee's writing is vivid and full of subtleties, and her characters are well-drawn and real. The book has become a classic of American writing, and its themes and messages are just as important now as they were when it was first written. Atticus Finch is one of the most interesting and important characters in To Kill a Mockingbird. He has strong moral bravery and always stands up for what's right, even when it's hard. Everyone in Maycomb respects him because he is a strong part of the town. Atticus loves his children very much, and he is always there to guide them and teach them important things about life. He treats his kids with love, respect, and support, and he lets them make their own mistakes so they can learn from them. Boo Radley is also one of the most interesting characters in the book. People in the town are afraid of him because he is strange and stays to himself. However, he turns out to be a kind and gentle person. Scout and Jem's interest in Boo Radley shows how innocent and naive they are, and the fact that they become friends with him shows how powerful love and understanding can be. To Kill a Mockingbird is also known for how it shows how people of different races got along in the 1930s American South. The book was written at the height of the civil rights movement, and its themes of race prejudice and discrimination still ring true today. Harper Lee's description of the black people in Maycomb is both sympathetic and complex, and she doesn't hold back when she talks about the town's deep-seated racism. To Kill a Mockingbird is not only about race and social unfairness, but it is also about the power of a good story. Throughout the book, Scout and Jem are enthralled by the stories their father, neighbors, and friends tell them. These stories help kids make sense of the world around them and build their own sense of right and wrong. Overall, To Kill a Mockingbird is a strong and moving book that explores important ideas about race, justice, and morality. It's a story about losing one's youth and trying to do the right thing even when the odds are against you. Harper Lee's writing is both vivid and subtle, and she does a great job of bringing the characters to life. The book has become a classic of American writing, and readers still find it moving and thought-provoking.